Hello everyone. Well, today is day 15. Can you believe it? Day 15 already of the archaeological dig at Bremenium Roman fort. And we're back in trench 2. And Ben and Luke here digging at the end of the trench, this little extension we've put on. And they found an absolutely fantastic piece of Samian pottery. And more is coming out the ground. Oh, that's great. Well, let's take a look at this because it's one of the nicest bits. It's broken up but all from one bowl, and that is just the most exquisite hunting scene. What do you think we're looking at, Ben, with the hunting scene here? Because you know a lot about the wolf in, you know, in...
It appears to be horses.
Form. Yeah.
And that looks very much like a Roman wolf.
Yes. Look at it there with that great bicep like a man's arm. Wow. So, wolf chasing horses. That's absolutely gorgeous. And there's more, and it all came out of this area.
Yes.
Right?
We've got more there.
Look, oh, that's great. Wow.
Oh, the other pot mend.
Oh, and there's a pot mend on it. Let's see, is there a pot mend on this bit?
Oh my God, Liz.
Oh, there is. There is, just here, where they've drilled through and there's lead poured in. So that's a very interesting piece of pot. Oh, that's big. Nice. Oh, this is pretty exciting stuff.
Should lift now. Oh my good Lord.
I got another wolf.
Where's the wolf?
It's just here, so the head just...
A quick wipe.
Oh, wow, yeah. My goodness, look at that. That's absolutely amazing. This is the best Samian I think I've ever seen.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agreed.
That's great. Wow, we had a lot of Samian on this site, but most of it's been, you know, plain.
Yeah.
But to get, you know, this beautiful kind of figurative art, it's just magic.
Some more.
Any
Another
more?
little bit.
Other bits? Wow. Well, let's see. Let's maybe stick it all in the tray together,
Yeah.
and we'll see. I bet you it fits. I mean, we know that the smaller bits fit together, right?
Yeah, definitely.
See if the large bits. That's been quite a sized bowl, that.
It's a big vessel.
Yeah. Great. Alright, well, might come back later, see if you get any more. You must be chuffed to bits with that. Brilliant. Right, we're just taking a look at the pots, and I think the large sherds, there, they fit together beautifully. Wow. Look at the size of the bowl. Wow.
I'll get a picture of that, Richard, while we've got it in my hand.
That is wonderful. Alright, Luke, how's it looking now with this pottery?
It's absolutely amazing. We just keep finding more. At the moment,
Wow.
we've lined up all the pieces, so each of these pieces actually fit together. And we've got one more piece here. So effectively, we've got the entire rim, and we're just missing probably 2 pieces now. We've still got a little bit more to dig through, so we're very hopeful.
Oh, it's going to be incredible. That's going to be a really good job to put it back together in the back in the office. Yeah,
Yes,
that's just
so
beautiful.
So many beautiful animals on the so well made pot.
So are they all just wolves and horses?
So we've got...
Oh, look at that one. Look
Yeah,
at the
we've
wolf
got-
on that.
There's smaller wolves at the top, which are very detailed, and then
Wow.
there's lower down. There's these 2 bigger wolves. We've
Yeah.
got a couple of horses coming through, and then quite a few dogs, and one little
possibly
animal.
A rabbit or a hare.
Oh yeah.
It would be a hare in Roman.
I love how
written.
it's not just like a flat image either. Some of these, that wolf there is
It's
turned. The
turning.
perspective is almost 3D. It's
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant. Wow. I think that's probably the best pot we've ever found on this site.
Yeah, the best pot we ever found.
Yeah. Fantastic. Right, well, we're stood in the southwest corner of Trench 2 and just showing you the scale of the operation here. Things are going really well. It's a little perplexing at this end. This is where the bread oven is, But Richard was poking around at the corner of the building here yesterday and found there's a stub of wall extending from the corner of the building southwards, and Nigel is doing a good job. He's just extending this to see how far it goes, because we can't really understand, because the annex, the outer annex, which has a turf rampart, ought to come along here. So if that wall represents another building, then it's running underneath the turf rampart. And likewise, there is a timber in this hole. It's under the plastic and it's all waterlogged now, but there's a timber beam, again aligned north-south, and it would appear to be running up to, at least up to the turf rampart, but maybe extending beneath it. So are we looking at an early sequence of building? But that doesn't make sense stratigraphically, because that is extending off this building, which has secondary bread ovens like this one here. There was one more as well further along beyond the edge of the section in previous years exposed, but this one is thought to have been excavated, a secondary insertion excavated through the wall, inserted through the wall of the building and into the turf rampart of the annex, which has comparable examples. For example, on the Antonine wall you get this phenomenon as well. The bread ovens put into the bank of the rampart. So one explanation might be that this wall here, which is a bit scrappy, it's not as good as the building wall. Look at the fine edging on that compared to this. This seems to be narrower and a bit scrappier. Could this be another bread oven? We need to explore a little more. There isn't an opening though on there. See, there has been, it's been chopped through the wall there completely, so you can access it. There doesn't appear to be there, although there is a void under that stone looking. So maybe the potential oven may be on this side of the building. But there's a lot more work to do, so I think for the moment the plan is just to chase that wall back and we'll see which direction it goes in. Elsewhere in the trench, we're putting a huge 3-meter section right through the building. There is 2 phases of later cobbling. It's almost like a road surface, a big hard standing, huge area right over the top of everything, and we want to see what's below it. So we've taken that off after recording it, and we're just coming on to this, whatever lurks beneath now. Let's have a look at that end of the trench next. Right, so this is what we call the inner annex, with that huge wall running right through. Is there a ditch on this side? That's what we're testing for in here. It is packed with fill. And against that section edge there are curious piles of cobbling heaped up on top of the surface. There does appear to be road type surface on both sides of this wall, but into the section, as I say, it is piled up high, and there's pottery and finds throughout. Alright, well, we're back in Trench 8 on the east side of the Roman fort, and the students are busy digging more of these features, trying to lower the levels. Still a work in progress, but features are emerging. There's a long linear cobbly fill running along there that may well account for one of the geophysical anomalies, which you might remember were thought to be possible wall lines of strip buildings, like Ribbon Development flanking Deer Street, which is a possibility. So more to do there. Digging down over here. And if we come round here, oh, this is looking interesting. That's that great edge. So are you thinking it may be more of a platform rather than a structure?
So we aren't sure yet. We're still trying to assess that. What we have identified though is that there are some larger stones in a organized formation, and we've cleared a lot of the rubble over here. We're finding some more flat kind of alignments of rocks, and we're slowly making our way kind of sectionally to identify what it looks like from one side, but also slowly removing the rubble and the kind of like looser cobbles from the top to identify what's going on. So we're still making our way through and understanding what's going on here.
Well, that sounds like a good strategy. It does look more like, it doesn't really look like a road. It's just big blocks there and bigger blocks right through.
We also have quite a lot of loose on top, so we're trying to remove that and remove some of the cobbles.
Yeah.
And as you can also tell, there are some larger stones in the middle. So it is quite confusing. It's not very well organized, even if it is somewhat organized. It's not clear now that it was designed to level anything. So we're still understanding. What's interesting also here is that we're not yet at the stage where we can find a second layer. So it is not, as of now, obvious that there are stones underneath the larger ones. So maybe you've gotten to the bottom, but there is also some of the larger ones that have fallen off, maybe, or onto the side.
Yeah, tumble off the top.
Tumble off the top potentially.
Yeah. So any finds coming out of this at all?
Yes. So we have some interesting ones here. I'll show you. So we have found just now a piece of
nice
glass.
Bottle rim. Yeah,
that's right.
Nice
and
flange, wide flange on that. Yeah,
and
good,
then Roman, one of our students, has also found.
Oh, look at the cross hatching on that. Look how close that is. It's difficult to see in this light, but yeah.
And
Fantastic.
we also have some Samian, I think.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, nice.
So there's a little bit of a base here.
Oh yeah, it's another one of those dog bowls, they call them.
Let's have this
Nice.
one at the top.
Uh-huh.
So there are things coming out, definitely.
Yeah, and it's exclusively Roman.
Yeah, so encouraging. Slow and steady.
Yeah, that's it. We'll just keep going and we'll get there eventually. You wonder how the extent of this, whether it ran right up to Deer Street. We'll see what its purpose might be. I suppose time will tell. It's towards the end of the day now, and I've come back down to Trench 4 with this magnificent revetment wall in, which is deepening here. We're exposing this area at the front where there's a drain. That's looking very interesting, and it's still into fill with interesting things in it. It's almost like there's been a rampart that's slumped somewhat. But if we look up the top here, there's more interesting things emerging now. We've got May and Lorraine here. And we thought this was a track surface with a kind of curb at that end. We've put a pretty big slot through it, and now something else is emerging. It looks like there's a building. We've got a nice line running through there. You can see that. There's more work to do, but there are big building blocks with an offset course. And then this looks almost like a drain. I don't know. I mean, that's very narrow. There are thin uprights there forming a very narrow channel, if that is the channel. I mean, it could be on this side, and that could be, that flat stone could be a capstone on the other side. So more work to reveal what on earth is going on. And then there's a gap full of dark fill that looks quite organic. And where Lorraine's left hand is into the section face, there's more stonework coming up. So I think it will take a little while to make sense of this. Potentially another building. So if that is a drain there, it's very narrow. I doubt that to be Roman. We'll see. Could be on the other side. That flat stone could be a capstone for a drain on the other side. We'll see. This is a serious drain in here. The size of that. And more of the platform extending that way. This is looking fantastic now. The students have cleaned it back so much. All right, so moving back down to trench 2. Luke has found an interesting object. Let's have a look. Any ideas, Luke? What is this?
Well, I'm not sure, but I was told that it's a little too curved on the side to be
Yeah, spindle whorl.
Yeah.
It may be a spindle whorl. We've found other examples like this. Samian, so it's reused Samian pottery with a nice perforation through the center. Other ones that we've found, the perforations have been too small, so they could well have been pot lids. However, that one looks reasonable enough, but there is curvature on the object, so it might not be a spindle whorl, it might be something else. But regardless, it doesn't matter, it's a lovely object, isn't it? Very tactile. So well found. Where was that?
It was right here in this little hole.
That's brilliant. Yeah, there's a lot coming out of this area. Let's move round and see what Luke and Ben have been finding, because they may have found more of that pot. Right, so I've moved over to the edge of the trench where we've got the amazing Samian pot in there. There's so much of it. Fantastic. And Luke, have you found any more?
Yes, we've just found the base of it. We
Wow.
weren't sure if we were going to find it, but it's absolutely amazing. Mostly intact. We're still hoping to find the last piece, but we've got the raised bed, we've got the drop, and we've still got some of the decoration. And it does fit up in line with the other bits of pot we've got.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Beautiful centerpiece.
No stamp.
Sadly, no stamp, no graffiti for a name, but we have the nearly intact base for the pot as well. So hopefully we can reconstruct it now afterwards.
Fantastic. It's absolutely marvellous. Yeah, well done. Oh, exciting. And is that the lot, do you think? Are you confident that's the lot?
We think there might still be a little bit more underneath the stonework we've got here.
Yeah.
Cleaning up for a photograph because it's lying over it. Once
Yeah.
we get this recorded, we're going to dig out and see if we can find the last few bits to hopefully make it a full pot.
Oh, that's exciting stuff. We'll see.
Very
Watch this
exciting.
space. Brilliant.